Long time ago, there lived a couple named Tayo and Ebun, and they both have a child named Okikiola. Tayo worked at water construction company. Tayo was a caring man, a good father, and a lovely husband. Tayo loved his family so much, he promised himself never to give a space of suffering for his wife and his daughter. He helped his wife in the kitchen and helped his daughter with her homework. Meanwhile, Ebun worked at a design company. She was beautiful, full of dreams, and worked hard to give her family the best, especially their daughter. Ebun was among the top people in the company. She handled all the contracts and managed clients because her ideas were always met the best standard. While Okikiola was just 7 years old then, she was shining like a morning sun and was full of dreams just like her mother. One Saturday evening, Tayo was in the kitchen helping Ebun when he got a call that his attention was needed at the office. He told his wife that he got a call from the office. Then she asked, "Why? What happened? You were supposed to spend the weekend with us. Don't worry, I will be back soon." He kissed her forehead that morning and promised to be home in time to help Okikiola with her homework. While he was returning home in the afternoon, a drunk driver crossed the lane, and just like that, Tayo was gone. Tayo never came back home. Ebun and Okikiola were in the sitting room when they had a knock at the door. That must be Daddy. She opened the door. To her surprise, she saw two policemen standing at the door. "Good afternoon, ma. Are you Mrs. Tayo Ebun?" She nodded slowly. "Okay, we are very, very sorry to tell you that your husband is no more." I don't understand what you meant by saying my husband is no more. "We are sorry." The police officers turned and walked away. Ebun stood in disbelief, shaking. She can't shout, she can't cry, sat there on the floor. No, this is not true. Okikiola ran towards her mother. "Mom, what is it? What happened to Dad?" She quickly grabbed her daughter and hugged her so tight. Then she started crying bitterly. "Tayo, why did you do this? Why did you do this to us? Why did you leave us here alone all by ourselves? I can't do this alone." She decided to be strong. She tried to forget. However, whenever she got to bed, she was always afraid to fall asleep. She will cry all night. On the other hand, Okikiola will stare at the doorway, waiting for her father to return home. However, he never came. She waited for some months and fell sick. One day, she told her mother to call her father, that she wanted to talk to him. Then she told her, "Don't wait for your dad. Your dad won't come now. And don't wait for him again. He is no longer here." That was when they decided to move out to another apartment because the house was full of Tayo's memories. After they moved out, two people's load became one person load. Ebun will prepare Okikiola for school, drop her at school before going to work. They started complaining at her office. One day she came in. "Ma, the boss said you should meet him at his office." "Okay." Ebun rushed down to her boss' office. "Sir, you called for me?" she asked. "Yes, if I may ask, you are just coming in, right?" Ebun could not look at her boss properly. "You see, what did you want others to do? You came late and leave early." "I'm sorry, sir. You know my husband has been the one to take her to school and pick her from school, and now I have to do all that now. I am very sorry, sir." "I will pardon you for now. If I don't see any change, you will have to choose between your work or your daughter. You can leave." Ebun went back to her office. "Why will I have to choose between my work and my child? I've come too far to lose this job. I've spent all my entire life, energy, strength on this company." And she think maybe she should get another man who can help her take care of her child. Within her, she knew that her work is more important than her daughter. Ebun had tried to be everything: mother, father, provider, protector. However, she was tired not just in her bones but in her soul. 3 years later, Ebun got a promotion in her office. Then the attention started shifting from her daughter to her career. Then she went to a date. While they were still having coffee, she mentioned her daughter. "You have a child?" the man asked. "Yes," she replied. Then he dropped his coffee. "I am coming. I need to use the toilet." He never came back. She waited for him close to an hour. However, he never showed up. She met another man, and immediately he heard that she has a child. He ran without looking back. Ebun focused on her work and never paid attention to it. She thought it was normal. One day, Okikiola came back from school and was very hungry. No food in the house, nothing in the fridge. When her mother came back, she told her mother that she was hungry. "Okikiola, please sort yourself out. I am very tired. I've been running in the company today from one meeting to another." And she walked inside her room. Okikiola slept hungry that night. Ebun stopped preparing her daughter for school and will not go and pick her from school. Her childhood friend named Bose came for visit. She was seeing Okikiola for the first time. She had traveled for the past 12 years. Immediately she returned, she came to her friend's house. Bose loved Okikiola the first day she met her. She spent a week with Okikiola. She was very happy. Bose dropped her at school and picked her from school and cooked for her. She noticed that her friend no longer paid attention to her daughter. "Ebun, I've been noticing that you are distant." "Distance from what?" she asked. "From your child, of course." Then she looked up from her laptop. "I am trying." "But you are not. I'm paying her school fees. And I'm providing food for her. I know you are doing all those things, but you have to give her attention. I mean attention." Ebun waved at her friend. "Don't worry. When you have your own kids, you will know it is not easy." Ebun was more desperate to meet another man. One evening, Ebun was inside her room working on her laptop. Okikiola knocked at the door. "Come in." She opened the door slowly. "Mommy, they scolded me at school today that you didn't attend the PTA meeting." "PTA meeting?" she asked without looking up. "But you didn't tell me." "Mommy, I told you, and you promised to go." Then she finally looked up. "How did you expect me to remember? I have a lot on my head. I go out there to work, running around the company all day. Came back home still working. Did you ever think that your father is evil? Your father is wicked. He knew all this will happen, and still, what did he do? He left me here to carry all this by myself." Tears rolled down from her eyes. She turned and walked out of her mother's room. Men came and left. Some were kind, some were nice. However, the idea of raising another man's child was a big problem. Then Ebun came to find out why all the men she has met always leave. Her last date, during their conversation, she mentioned her daughter. Then the man told her that he can't raise another man child. One evening, Ebun was returning back from work when her car broke down. A young, tall, and handsome guy named Oludotun walked towards her. "Hi, what happened to your car?" he asked. "I don't know. The car just stopped working," she replied. Few minutes later, it was done. "Go and start it." "Wow, it's working," she said. "How much is your money?" she asked. "Don't worry," Oludotun replied. "Okay, can I have your number?" Then they exchanged their number. When she got home, she put a call through and called him. They spoke for hours, asking each other questions. That was when Ebun finds out that Oludotun was a jobless man, and she decided to get close to him. Maybe he will be useful to my daughter. She told him about Okikiola I have a daughter, she said. Oludotun was very happy. Wow, I can't wait to meet her. Ebun believed Oludotun completely. All the men I've met leave after they find out that I have a child. However, this one was happy and he is eager to meet her. Few months later, Oludotun moved in with Ebun. Her daughter was against it. However, her mother shouted at her, "You will accept him because he accepted me the way I am, and he loved you." This time around, Okikiola was now 16 years old. Oludotun played the role of a father-to-be, cook for her and pick her from school, until one day, Ebun placed her daughter into the lion's mouth. One evening, Ebun was coming back from work. Okikiola stood up to greet her mom. She opened her arms to hug her mother. Ebun quickly pushed her away. "What is that smell? Your armpit is smelling. Right now you will enter the bedroom and take your bath." And she instructed her husband-to-be to bathe Okikiola. Okikiola was shocked. "Mommy, I can bathe myself." "Shut up," she shouted at her. "If you can bathe for yourself, why are you smelling like a pig?" Ebun forced her daughter into the bedroom and asked her husband-to-be to start bathing her. That was the day Okikiola lost respect for her mother and her own dignity. Since that day, Oludotun has had an evil mindset towards Okikiola. Okikiola didn't feel comfortable around her stepfather anymore. He started showing her some signs she didn't understand. Whenever her mother prepared to go out on weekend, Okikiola insists that she will follow her mother. However, she will shout at her, "Go and sit down. Are you a baby or my handbag?" One day, Ebun called Oludotun that she will be working overnight at the office. That night, Oludotun finally made his move. While Okikiola was fast asleep, Oludotun sneaked into her room. Before she could try to escape, he had already had his way with her. She cried throughout the night, calling for her mother to help, however, nowhere to be found. Oludotun told her not to tell anybody about what happened. "Even if you tell your mother, she will not believe you. So don't disgrace yourself." He tried to touch her. She angrily threw his hand away. "You are so sweet," he said, and walked out of her room. Okikiola ran inside the bedroom. At that moment, she felt nothing but disgust. As she took her bath, used half a soap to bathe, still she was not clean to herself. She thought that was the first and the last. However, Oludotun never stopped coming into her room every night. Okikiola tried to talk to her mother. However, she waved her off like a fly. One day, her mother's friend, Bose, came to visit. Okikiola felt relief. After some hours, she told her that she was just passing by, so she would like to be on her way. Okikiola begged her not to leave that night. "Auntie, please, stay with me. Stay till tomorrow." So she decided to stay. Okiki was very happy that she would be safe from a monster called himself stepfather. While Okikiola and Bose was in her room talking and laughing, Oludotun was in his room walking around the room. How can she ask Bose to stay back? She is playing with fire. When I'm supposed to be having the fun I'm expecting tonight, she just messed things up. She messed everything up. Kai! Okay, no work tomorrow. I know what to do. Immediately Bose leave this house. I'm going to do exactly what I'm supposed to do. She won't see this coming. Bose knew that something was wrong between Okikiola and her stepfather. What is wrong with this girl? Why is she acting like this? Thinking within herself. The next day, Oludotun asked Bose when will she be leaving. Then she told him that she would like to stay back and spend more time with Okikiola. Then he replied angrily, "That is not needed. But she said she missed her mother, so let me stay. Besides, she will be back in 2 days." Oludotun walked away angrily. Then she nodded. Something is definitely wrong in this house. Bose was in the guest room resting. Oludotun went into her room. "Are you stupid? What game are you playing? What game? Okikiola asked. What did I do wrong? You know what you are doing. Why did you insist that Bosse remains here? Then she replied, to keep myself safe from you. Then he walked closer. No one will save you from me. I know you are trying. Bosse received an urgent call that she will have to go. Immediately she left, Oludotu began his mission. The next morning, Okikiola was in the kitchen washing dishes. Oludotu walked in, trying to touch her. Then she says angrily, "Don't touch me, my body is aching me." You see, I always tell you to let it go naturally, but you won't listen. Well, just hurry up and finish what you are cooking because I don't know the one to start with. Okiki felt disgust. She hates herself more and began to dislike herself. Bosse invited Ebun to her house. I wanted to tell you something. Why did you want to see me? You know I'm always busy with work. Sorry, Bosse replied. I want to call your attention to something. You have to pay attention to your daughter. Something is wrong in that house. Ebun quickly cut her off. No, no, no. Don't even go there. Nothing is wrong. My daughter and my husband to be are good. The last time Oludotun bathed her, Bosse opened her mouth with disbelief. She stood still and lost for a second. Ebun, is something wrong with you? What is it? Ebun asked. We are talking about your daughter. How could you do that? She is not a baby. She is a woman. You asked your husband to bathe a 16-years-old girl? Then Ebun replied, what is wrong with that? I didn't see anything wrong in that. Everything is wrong. Bosse shouted. Why are you shouting at me? Why are you raising your voice at me? I trust him because he had never lied to me. And whatever you are selling, I am not buying. Oludotu is a very decent man, a nice man. He has been there for me. Then Bosse replied calmly, then if he has been there for you, don't you think you should be there for your daughter too? Because I spent a day with her. It seems like she's afraid of something, and I think you should be questioning Oludotun. Ebun replied sharply, God forbid. I can't stoop that low, and don't push me questioning a man who is about to get married to me. Then Bosse replied, marry to me, marry me, my marriage. That is all I'm hearing. Where did you put your daughter in all this? Ebun picked up her bag and walked out of her friend's house. On her way, something struck her mind. She remembered how her daughter had come to her saying that she wanted to tell her something. Still, she didn't believe her daughter and her friend. She hid a camera in Okikiola's room. I will prove you both wrong that my man is a decent man. Oludotun always served Ebun a glass of drink before going to bed, and he has been drugging her. He served her the drink as usual. She mistakenly kicked the drink and it poured away. So she didn't drink the wine that night. At midnight, Oludotun stood up, thinking she had slept off after taking the wine he gave her. Immediately he left the room. She picked up her phone and was watching her daughter's room. However, Okiki was fast asleep. He opened the door, trying to undress her. She woke up, trying to escape from him, and mistakenly hit him. He was very hungry. Did you just eat me? He picked up his shoe and started beating her. Then her mother ran to the room. What happened? She asked. Oludotun was shocked to see her because she was supposed to wake up the next day. Then he quickly lied. I came in and saw her making a sex video call. Then she held him by his hand. Let her be. The first thing tomorrow, I will hand her over to the police. to teach her a lesson. The next morning, policemen arrived. Even pointed at him. That is the man. He had been molesting my child under my nose. Oludotun was shocked. What are you saying? I have been trying to be a good father. Even she always told me that I can't replace her father. I still raised her. Then she brought out the video. Oludotun, you didn't raise her. You ruined my daughter's life and my life. Oludotun was arrested. Then 2 days later, Okikiola was discovered pregnant. Ebun regrets not paying attention to her daughter. She cried and cried. However, the done has been done. Why are you crying? Bose shouted at her. I told you, but you will not listen to me. The only thing you are saying, my marriage, my man is decent. Now have you seen your hero, your decent man? You destroy your daughter's life with your hands and your carelessness. Okiki fainted and she was rushed to the hospital. Fortunately, Okiki had a miscarriage. Then she packed out of her mother's house and made a promise that she will never forgive her mother. Thank you for watching this video. Kindly share your thoughts with me in the comment section. What lesson did you learn from this story? Share this story with your loved ones. And please subscribe if you've not done so until I bring another story your way. Bye.